Should you be getting a direct drive wheelbase if you want to go sim racing? In this video, I'm going to let you know all about the differences between non-direct drive wheelbases and direct drive wheelbases. What about cost? What about quality of experience, detail? What about reliability? It's all going to be here for you. I've got on the table a belt-driven Fanatec wheelbase here, and I've got a direct drive R5 direct drive wheelbase from Moser. So very good comparison here. If you're looking for a wheelbase in this sort of budget range, you might be looking between like a second-hand Fanatec CSL Elite or something like a Moser R5. Now this video is not sponsored by either Fanatec or Moser. It's actually sponsored by GT Omega. Thank you so much, GT Omega. GT Omega make amazing sim rigs that will be able to handle, well, they handle both of these two because I've used both of these two on both the GT Omega wheel stand back here and also my GT Omega Prime. And the GT Omega Prime will handle absolutely anything. Go check out gtomega.com if you're looking for a sim rig. You can also use my code Kireth. It will get yourself 5% off. Thank you so much, GT Omega, for sponsoring this video. But I'm going to start off here with actually how the different systems work. So we have belt driven here, but also you have gear driven ones like Logitech G29, G923. So a belt driven system actually has a smaller motor than you get in a direct drive system, and it uses a belt to go to a bigger, it's not a cog, but a bigger sort of rim, and that amplifies, that gearing, although it's on the belt, amplifies the strength. If you believe it, this is actually a 6 Newton meter strength wheelbase, and the Moser R5 is 5 Newton meters. So the Fanatec actually wins here on strength alone. But what you gain with that strength and that amplification of the motor means that you lose a lot of detail. So you lose a lot of detail when it comes to those fine moments because you have a smaller motor sort of amplifying it up around the belt. You also, in my experience, you get some sort of notching or slippage in the belt, which means as you go through certain sort of, as it gets more tense and the force feedback, it might slip and then go a little bit harder and it gets sort of notchy. And that's something you also get with gear-driven systems. Gear-driven systems like the Logitech G29 work in a very similar way. So you have a smaller motor and it uses gearing to amplify the motor. So that means they can be cheaper, have a smaller motor, but use that detail. In a direct drive, the rim here is all, this whole shaft is just go straight into the motor. So it means in the housing you can have a bigger motor. I mean, you can see here, the housing is smaller because it doesn't need to amplify up the motor using gearing or a belt, but the motor in here will be bigger than the motor in the Fanatec CSL Elite. So when it comes to detail, you really need to understand that if you don't go for direct drive, you're going to be using an amplification sort of system of some sort that's going to lose you the detail. If you're looking at a second-hand one as well, this might have done however many equivalent of miles, and you might already, when you buy it second-hand, you might already have that slippage. So worth bearing it in mind. The advantage is price. So pricing on non-direct drive wheels can be very, 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 very affordable. The Thrustmaster T150 is a great example. The Logitech G29 has now been the king for a long time. And by the way, if you are looking for a Logitech G29, I now have a code with Logitech. You can put Kireth in with Logitech and you'll get, I think, 5 or 10% off. So you can get that price even lower. But those are the downsides. I have to say, Moser is doing some very impressive stuff when it comes to pricing in the direct drive. Well, they are putting the pressure on Fanatec. Fanatec also do the Fanatec CSL DD now, which is kind of the replacement to the CSL, and there's a price war going on. So make sure you check out your pricing. Moser, you have to go direct, or I think you can buy it from GT Omega. Fanatec, you definitely have to go direct. Logitech, you can buy from a retailer. Thrustmaster, you can buy from a retailer. That's your sort of general world. You also have sort of bigger PC only direct drive wheelbase systems that are like really powerful. That's a whole different scope. I'm talking here sort of like introductory level. So when it comes to reliability as well, because you don't have the amplification, you don't have the gears, you don't have the notching, you don't have a belt that can snap or fall off. With the direct drive, it's a lot simpler system, so it's also more reliable. You hear a lot of stories about people having issues with their Fanatec CSL Elites, so just worth bearing in mind. So price, the non-direct drive systems are going to be better for you pretty much always. When it comes to reliability, direct drive is going to be better. And when it comes to detail, direct drive is better again. So when you're looking at your potential purchase, have that in mind. We do in our Discord, by the way, and make sure to subscribe to this channel if you want more reviews in comparison like this. But in our Discord, we have a sim racing buy and sell where you get some absolute bargains in there. So do go check that out. But that is a comparison. Hopefully this video has helped you understand what's going on inside these bits of equipment when you're looking at buying them. And yeah, if you're looking at this and about to buy something, good luck in your sim racing journey, and I hope to see you on track.